What's good, fam? It's your boy, Jorge. Welcome to a brand new episode of Dirty Meg and the Boys.
Oh, my God.
On this episode, we are taste testing Oreo flavored Coke.
Yes.
The three big D's. Diddy do it?
Mm-hmm.
And if you guys could stop shooting at Dave's daddy, Don Trump, that'd be nice.
That'd be fine.
Yeah. What's going on?
Not much.
Not much? Don't open that yet. Should we do the taste test first?
Maybe.
Probably just get that out of the way, get it done.
What? Yeah.
Megan did bring Dave a present. You could explain it.
Here you are. Do you want to do this first?
Yeah.
Okay.
Gonna look so
No,
weird
do
on
that
camera.
first.
No, I want that first.
That's going to be way more sugary.
Yeah,
than
that's
that.
fine. And then I'll
Okay.
sip it down with some
You
of
like
this.
sugar.
Yeah.
What is that, Megan?
So I brought a bag of the frosting that was on the Dr. Pepper donut from Krispy Kreme because that's where the soda flavor came from. So I figured I'd at least save that. I did freeze it.
Yeah, I'm not sure if this is thoughtful or disgusting, Meg.
No,
I got a
it's
cream
not-
bag from Meg.
Yeah,
Very nice.
well, I didn't touch the part. I
Hey, this
scraped
is
off.
our, infield correspondent. Be respectful to her, please.
Yeah. We
went out of my way
appreciate
for
your
that.
efforts.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Well, I mean, you did eat the donut.
No, I couldn't finish it.
Okay, well, I mean, you
I had,
you
like,
tried it,
a
and then
bite
I
and a
wasn't
half.
after. This looks... Jorge, you want to taste it?
Nope.
Oh, my God. Okay.
I'm not a big
Just go
Dr.
for
Pepper
it.
guy.
Wow, they did a surprisingly good job at that.
Yeah.
What, it tastes like Dr.
It's
Pepper?
so sweet
Really?
though.
Yeah, it's extremely sweet. I couldn't eat a whole donut like that. It's
And
kind of
it-
like a maple bar for me.
It was a thick dollop of icing.
That's pretty good. Like, I wouldn't mind that on my next cake.
Really, it tasted
like a
a little
thin layer.
chemically to me.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Okay, now let's get into... And Megan, by the way, gave that a 2 out of 10.
I didn't like
I
it.
give the frosting a 7 out of 10.
And then the donut,
Wow.
you know what the donut is, so
Yeah.
you're probably looking at an 8.
Yeah, I mean, that was pretty good. If it was a good donut, I don't know about Krispy Kreme donuts on that, but like a regular, nice fluffy one, you know?
It was just a regular glazed donut with that icing on it, but it was chemically. It was I like Dr. Pepper, but
Yeah. I don't know. That was pretty good.
all right. Well, at least you like it. So
All right, cream bag on the floor, a little Topo
Gross.
Chico to wash out the taste.
Okay, now we got the Coke Zero mini can, and it's the Oreo collab they did.
Oh, I got one.
So they got the
this.
the actual Oreo that tastes like Coke, I guess. And I saw someone and they said that was delicious.
Really?
Like the actual cookie.
This is the Meg can only find the zero sugar brand, which is fine. There, I mean, usually
No, that's all they. That's
think
what,
that's
how
all
they
they're
made
making.
it.
Oh, that's it?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, it always tastes almost identical. So almost identical. Is Jorge going to relapse today on soda?
No,
Is this his
Probably
big
not.
day?
go for
I don't
it.
think you should go for a relapse on this of all things.
Let's try that. Always got to smell that. Good call, Meg. It smells like Coke.
No, I don't like that aftertaste at all.
That tastes like an Oreo.
This is why we might not have Megan do the food.
Yeah.
You got to step it up, dude.
Yeah.
What?
You're hating on it already.
I mean, it's not great. I would
Well,
never go out and
should
buy
we-
this again.
Well,
but
I'm not
tastes-
gonna
another
lie.
sip. Take
It
another sip.
resembles slightly an Oreo. I will tell you that frosting on top, that Dr. Pepper frosting, did fuck up my taste buds. It was sweet.
Yeah,
It's exactly what I said before we.
It is.
you need
This
a
tastes.
palate cleanser.
This almost tastes like a sparkling water now with a hint of
So
Oreo.
wait a minute. At the end, well, okay, it's growing on me a little bit because it's almost like Coke mixed with cream soda. That's all I'm getting.
Okay, so it's not. Maybe
I'm
it's
not getting
that.
chocolate,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. It's
Yeah, you're getting
vaguely
the cream
it
part.
Cream soda at
vaguely
the end.
resembles an Oreo, but I think when you put cream soda in your head, that's what it tastes like for sure.
I'm not the biggest fan of the Zero brand, so
Oh, I love the Zero
I wouldn't
stuff.
be a good candidate for this, anyways.
Huh? That's interesting.
If that was the last thing in my house to drink, I'd probably drink it.
Yeah, sure. It'd work.
Okay.
Let's hope this is a limited run because I don't think they're gonna do.
It
too
is.
well on
It
this.
says limited edition at the top.
You could save the other cans you have and just store them and sell them on eBay.
Oh yeah,
there you go.
eBay Mig.
Maybe they'll gain value.
Okay, well I'm glad I said I'm glad I can say I tried it. Not
Give it a rating. Give it a rating.
a rating.
Yeah.
Like, if I'm gonna pick a number, I'm just gonna go straight 5. Very neutral.
Oh,
Yeah.
not bad.
It's
not
not
bad.
bad, but it's not good. I'd rather have a regular Coke for sure.
Yeah. I think I'm going with that same neutral, right in the middle.
Maybe next time we'll get the actual cookies because I heard those were good.
Oh,
Now
that's what I
those
thought. I was gonna
I'd be
stop
down
by, and
for.
then I was like, okay, maybe I misheard. No, but they have actual cookies that taste like Coke.
The icing,
I will check Walmart.
I don't know.
the
what
Oreo in the middle. I feel like I've seen them, but not recently. I haven't seen them, but if I do, I will pick them up.
Okay.
There we go. That's the
So
show for today.
it's the
See ya.
yeah. It's like the what was that? What was that movie? Rat Race or something? Megan and I will be in competition to find like each little thing that we have to.
Yeah.
Supermarket sweep style.
I go to a lot of
did.
grocery
First one to
stores.
text Jorge with it in our hand wins.
I did see another one, but I think it was the old thing, so I didn't even want to bring it up. But I was like, it was a cereal.
Oh.
No, it was chips that was flavored as a cereal. I
Ew.
was like, what the? But I think that came out last year, but they were just reviewing it this year for some reason.
Oh, interesting.
Chips flavored like a cereal.
I do like weird flavored chips sometimes. Like some of those can be pretty good.
You ever
Yeah.
had the Asian inspired ones, like the crab ones?
Oh,
Those are so
no.
gross always.
Yeah.
They all taste about the same.
Not
too.
my
Really?
Mhm.
Oh, I'd still probably try that.
You ever see how imitation crab is made?
Ew,
talk
no,
about that?
I don't want to talk about
No.
that. No, I'm just
It
kidding.
is disgusting. Yeah, basically it's just leftover fish parts that gets mulched up into like a pink paste,
Nice.
and then they
It's delicious.
At least it's
then
real
they dye
food.
it, roll it. Yeah, I mean, who knows what the macros look on that? But
Yeah.
I'm like, every time I go to sushi now, I'm like, that's disgusting, but it tastes so good.
It's like there's this new guy I found on Instagram. You know, what's it called when you find stuff and you don't like to tell people because you're a hater?
Guilty pleasure?
No.
Because you're a hater?
Yeah,
You're a gatekeeper.
yeah, gatekeeper.
Okay.
Oh, gotcha.
I'm not a gatekeeper, so I tell my people. There's this guy I found. I forget his name actually, but it's this white dude, and he sits there and he's like, "I don't give a fuck if hot dogs or like crab is made this way or whatever."
I know that
And
guy.
he's
I know
like,
you're
oh,
talking about.
yeah.
I did meth for 10 years.
Yeah.
And then he eats the stuff.
I think
He's
you
all,
sent me one of those
"Delicious.
videos."
Don't be a pussy.
Yeah.
I used to snort cocaine off of toilet seats
Yeah.
or whatever. Yeah.
Don't be a fussy. Yeah, yeah. You sent me that guy, and then I got
Those
on
are
his
funny.
feed and started searching through it.
That's all he does.
Yeah.
He's funny.
But it's like, it's the truth. It's
Yeah.
like, yeah, everything's bad for us nowadays. Like, what are you going to do?
Yeah, nothing. Enjoy life.
I mean, it's kind of hard, you know. I had a conversation with someone and they were talking about, it was that Jocko guy has a quote saying about discipline or something like that. And the guy was talking about it. And I'm like, or he's like, if you're like truly disciplined, you're truly free. And I'm like, but not really, because discipline requires like a lot of sacrifice. If you're really, really disciplined to
Right.
something,
Yeah.
I'm like, take it for, you're on the road, for example, and you have to be super disciplined to eat good. It's hard to eat good on the road, you know, especially if you're just going in and out. It's not like if you're, you know, staying at a certain place, an Airbnb for a week, and then you go out to the grocery store and you buy
Yeah.
all the good stuff, you know.
Right.
If you're just there for one night and you show up and you're super hungry, the only thing open is, you know, Taco Bell. What are you going to do? Not eat it?
Unless
I mean,
you're
you
going to
can.
like drag a cooler full of your own food around with you. Like,
But that's like the discipline, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you're
I
actually,
just go to the store every time.
yeah. So you're actually slave to that.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So you're not actually living life super free, like, you know, the quote is. I don't know what the quote was. Some guy was just telling
Discipline
me about
equals freedom.
it. Yeah. And I'm like, nah, not really.
yeah, that one.
Being happy
sense.
and doing what you want is freedom, not, you know. But sometimes discipline is, hey,
Yeah, I guess that just depend on your priorities and what your idea of freedom is. Yeah.
yeah. Like if you're really happy, like discipline, having discipline is something and doing it. And then later on you're like, it feels good to like be disciplined. And all
Yeah.
that. Then obviously you're happy and that's cool too.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, in general, it's super hard nowadays to like eat well, especially in this country. There's been so many times I've heard, and people actually know too, talk about how they go to a different country and eat there, and they're like, dude, I could eat 10 bowls of pasta and then feel 100% okay. And
Fine,
then
and,
you
like,
come
not
here and you
gain
go
a
to
pound.
Olive Garden and you eat
I
once.
feel
and
like
then,
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
so, you know, unless you don't live here, you know, or unless you're doing all the ingredients yourself, like obviously there's a lot of discipline to.
Yeah, there's a difference. I buy the some kind of spaghetti at Costco, organic, comes from Italy.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, you look at the ingredients, it's like doesn't have any of that enriched shit in it. It's just 100% wheat something. I don't know what it's
Flour,
No, salmonella or something.
semolina.
Yeah, maybe something like that. That's like
That's
Salmonella
cornmeal.
organic one that's not good for you.
Well, whatever. That's the only ingredient in it. So there is a noticeable difference when I eat that. I'm like, oh, I don't feel like shit.
Yeah, it needs
right
to be
now.
the stuff that's imported from like Italy because I swear they're
Doesn't
doing
have
something
folic
to
acid all over it.
our
All that
flour.
Well, just all those countries, right? So unless you're going to the countries with the bad water and they cook with the water,
Yeah.
then you're in trouble for a little bit. But yeah, so back to the point. Just do what you love. Don't be a pussy, like that guy says.
Yeah.
And go check him out. He's pretty funny. I mean, after a while, it's repetitive. It's the same
Yeah,
exact thing.
that's what I got. I watched like 10 videos and I was like, all right, I'm good.
Yeah.
Moving on. It's probably better if you just follow him and it comes up in your feed like, once a week or something.
Yeah. It's I should do one where like you talk about working out but then not working out and then be like, man, I've been raw dogging chicks in South Africa for 10 years.
Don't be a pussy.
Don't be a pussy. Well, you laugh, Megan. You know what that means?
No, I have no idea.
Anyone check out UFC Noche?
Nope.
I saw highlights.
Dude, I was on the job watching it.
Were you?
Oh yeah.
Ah, you paid for pay-per-view, did you?
No.
Oh, okay.
Someone sent me a link.
Just curious.
Secret link.
Yeah, someone sent me a
secret
link.
How did the live view from the Sphere look?
So it actually looked really cool, which was that ex-fighter, Brandon Schaub, he came out saying it was a disappointment and stuff like that. But I think it was because, obviously being there and seeing it in person is really what you're paying for, right? So getting at your house, you're like, oh, that's cool and all, but you're not there.
Yeah, could you tell?
Well, I mean, yeah, probably.
Okay.
I mean, it looked great.
Well, that's what I'm asking. From what you saw, could you tell that they're in the Sphere, or did it look like the normal production?
No, yeah. They did some cool stuff for sure, but it's not the same equivalent to being there, right?
I think if you're there, the seats of like the view of the people that were there in person looked shitty to me. Like the screen and everything was cool.
It was like straight up, right?
Yeah,
so they get
but
tiny,
like
probably.
You're far from that, from the ring.
Yeah.
So that's where I was like, that might not be ideal,
Right.
But I don't think it's that much different from a regular stadium because stadiums are humongous.
Yeah.
Because this one's like the Sphere circle.
Yeah, that's true.
But they put the fight. They put like fake screens up and they're playing the fight that way. So
Fake
kind of
screens.
Well, it had graphics.
Yeah, the graphics on the Sphere.
Yeah. And then
So they made it look like a border, like they actually had screens up there.
that part looked cool.
Like the Jumbotron at regular places.
Yeah,
They're playing the fight. That's what they did there because they weren't playing on the entire Sphere. They just like I said, I think it'd be too distracting to the fighters. So when they were fighting, it was just a background.
Dude, they should have done that, filmed it in 3D, and everyone could just wear the 3D glasses. Like,
Yeah. But I heard that, it was like a $20 million production and like production on that's like $16K or $14K or something like that. And then also like they were saying they had all the promo stuff done. But so say like O'Malley got hurt and someone had to come in and fight. They wouldn't have nothing for that person. Because that's how like they needed to have all the stuff done like 2 or 3 weeks.
It all had to be formatted for.
It took, I think they say it took like 2 days just to import everything.
Jeez.
So everything had to be already done and perfect.
2 days to import.
Yes.
It's like fucking 16 terabytes of information.
So that night you can't be like, oh, this guy got hurt. Put in the guy that's filling in for him because they probably didn't shoot anything for him.
Yeah.
So it's like that crazy of a production, and it costs so much money. And I did. They must have listened to us because I did say you guys need to play it on the outside. They did play on the outside here and there.
Oh.
So you imagine walking around in Vegas and all of a sudden you see like the O'Malley fight.
That'd be sweet.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Any winner? Who won?
O'Malley got his ass kicked.
Did he really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Did you bet?
Very good.
No, I should have. Mm-hmm. And I was that night or that day. I was gonna post something on Instagram telling everyone to go bet for the other dude.
Yeah.
And I was so busy I totally forgot. And then at the end I'm like, damn it. Because we did that with the Strickland. We're like, dude, Strickland's going to beat Izzy. And everyone's like, nah. And then he beat him.
Yeah.
So this one, I was like, dude.
Who did he fight?
Marab, little short dude.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, he got handled pretty good the entire fight. So you can't really say anything that it was rigged or anything like that. So, and I didn't really watch him because I was busy, but I was like listening to it. And it sounded like the two co and main were boring.
Oh.
It was more of a, take him down to the ground and, keep him there type deal.
Right.
What about that chick fight?
Same.
Her face got messed up.
Oh, some girl.
That's the biggest gash I think I've ever seen during a fight.
They said, in UFC
Her whole
history.
face was like split. Huge.
Yeah, we've seen a couple of those. What was
that one was bad though.
Joanna?
This was bad.
Remember Joanna's forehead?
Yeah, well, hers didn't get cut. It was just
Oh, she had a big
or
goose
something.
egg. Yeah.
Oh my god,
Her whole forehead was crazy.
She looked like she had a helmet on.
Yeah. But yeah, so it seemed cool. It would have been cool to go. Like I said, tickets got kind of cheap on the cheaper side. They're saying they're not doing it again.
Yeah.
$20 million.
So didn't they lose money?
Well, I heard the gate was like 21 million, something like that, but they spent 20 million just in production.
Right.
Jesus.
So,
yeah.
I don't know. But the people, I heard people that actually went there and they were like, dude, this is the greatest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Just the whole production and everything. And they were like, dude, the seats were like, the cages were right there and their seats were right there. And the guy was talking about his crew didn't get those special seats, but they got like the first tier, second story or whatever. And they're like, their seats was probably better than my seats.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, really?
Yeah. They weren't as close, but like they were just
A better
above.
view, maybe?
Yeah. And he's like, everyone on the floor, everyone's standing up, so you got to stand up the whole time to try and see. There's big dudes out there like John Jones and his brothers and stuff like that. So you got to like look over those guys. Yeah. So, but yeah, people were saying it was the greatest thing ever.
Nice.
It did look cool, but just on TV, doesn't do it justice, I don't think. But yeah, O'Malley. I don't know. Not good.
Nope.
Bummer.
Yeah. Another not good. His new name is Sean. Did he?
Combs?
Yes, he did. Combs. Yeah. Or Sean Johnson and Johnson. 1,000 bottles of Johnson & Johnson baby oils found at his mansion.
Oh, yeah, I saw that. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Was it a mix? Wasn't there lube mixed in
Yeah,
there too?
lube. Yeah. But yeah, I think the more thing was like there's 1,000 bottles of just baby oil.
I mean, when you got a production that size, you got to have it on hand.
Yeah. That's so he actually got arrested. He's trying to get bail right now.
Yeah.
Denied. He did say he will limit his interaction with females, and it's like, well, you should probably not have any interaction with females.
Yeah.
But in jail, I don't think the men
those
are,
allegations with males too.
Yeah, I was about to say.
How about with
in
anybody?
jail, I don't think the males are safe with him either. So I don't know.
No.
But keep him in there.
Yeah.
He's having a good time. Yeah, it's done for.
Damn, dude, that's wild.
Well,
and then one of the major producers just stepped down from one of the recording labels I saw. Do you know who I'm talking about?
Suge Knight?
Nah, he's in
Just
prison.
kidding. Just kidding.
Yeah, I was like, I don't remember that name. I mean, I know the name, but I don't think that's what we're talking about.
No.
Where like I don't know what he was. The head of one of the recording labels steps down just as soon as this happened too. So
That looks
I think there was a
fishy.
little speculation going on of what's in store for him maybe.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's a lot of people involved in this.
Yeah.
So it was basically the Epstein thing.
Right.
He was having these parties, and I think celebrities, his friends, were involved, and he filmed a lot of it. They would take photos and film a lot of the shit. And I think that's why he had such a good run. You do it.
Yeah. They got
And then
Epstein.
And then you got blackmail. They're
Right.
like, oh, we don't mess with Diddy no more. And then he'll text you, be like, hey,
Remember that
was
one
this
time?
you?
Yeah.
just a screen grab of,
He's like,
you know.
I think that's you right there, right?
Do you
Yeah.
remember what you were doing on this date? Uh-huh.
So I think that's kind of why it went on for such a long time, and he had so much power in Hollywood and everything. I don't know. There's a lot of things coming out like,
Well, like famous people were saying, like, I forget who I heard this from, but they'd get invited to one of his parties and they'd be like, no, I'm not going to go to that.
Certain
so
things,
people knew there was iffy stuff happening for sure, but
yeah.
Yeah.
So it's not looking too good. Racketeering,
Sex trafficking. Mm-hmm.
all that stuff. And I don't know where he's being charged or anything like that, but I heard like New York has actually it might be everywhere, but for sure it's in New York, has a crazy like law to like protect women.
Mm-hmm.
So it's basically you could kind of get anyone. So say I introduce Dave to a female, and goes on a date with her, does all his stuff, and then comes back. He's like, hey, thanks for hooking me up with Meg or whatever and stuff like that. And, so grateful, I'll take you to dinner.
Mm-hmm.
And I accept. Now later in court, it could say like that I basically pimped her out for dinner.
Yeah, that wouldn't look good.
You know what I mean?
I see what that.
Even though that's like a normal thing. Like
Right.
You're like, dude, thanks for hooking me up. That chick was really cool. And then, oh, no problem.
But you don't know what exactly
happened. So now
happened.
you'd be sex trafficking?
Yeah.
By New York law?
Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
So it's like it's a thing to protect women. So it's like you could get normal, regular people like that without.
Right.
So imagine someone that actually did some stuff.
Yeah.
So it's not looking too good for him on that.
He pleaded innocent though, so we'll
well.
see where things go.
All I know is, okay, what is it? Innocent till proven guilty. Cool.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe a lot of the stuff that he did, because a lot of people come out saying, well, those people knew what they were doing.
Right.
It's like, okay, maybe it's true. But let's just say in the 30 years that he's been famous, or maybe even more, that he's been Puff Daddy, just like he's done some weirdo stuff.
Yeah,
for
sure.
sure.
So maybe some of the stuff that they're throwing at him, he didn't do, or people were willing to do the stuff.
Yeah,
he's being charged for.
I'm sure he getting put in prison for a while.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure he's done some stuff too, like get Tupac killed. So that's all I care about.
Mm-hmm.
This is revenge sentencing for Jorge.
Yeah. But speaking of being killed, or getting killed, or attempted, Dave's daddy, Don Trump, right. Another attempt.
Yeah.
That one didn't get as much press, I feel like, though.
Yeah, well, no shots were fired.
Oh, they weren't? Yeah.
No, so I don't know. Do you know how they caught that guy?
Wasn't he
apparently
in the bushes?
he was sitting out like in an area outside of his the golf course.
Well, he was like on the 6th hole
for like 12 hours, and then apparently either started to leave or booked it once he figured out that they were watching him, and then that's when they caught him. But yeah, there's like no actual violent crime that happened, from my understanding.
Yeah, but if you ask Trump, he got shot at. It's basically, I think his vice president was talking about, like, did a whole speech, and he was talking about the story. He's like, he called me and said they try to do it again. He's like, what? He's like, try to kill me or assassinate me.
Right.
It's like, well, no one really did anything. The guy was just, who knows? But
seems like he was on track to try to commit a murder.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's interesting. I mean, he had a gun on him and shit. And I don't know. Was he from California?
I'm not sure. So conspiracy theory real quick. Don, he's doing okay in the polls, I think. Probably winning them. He's like, hey, let's get someone to put ketchup on my ear and pretend like I got shot. That happens. And then all of a sudden, I think the election was wrapped up. I think Don was going to win it. All of a sudden, these guys over here are like, no, hold on, please. Joe's out. Kamala's in. All of a sudden now, Kamala is looking really good. Especially after the debate and everything.
Yeah.
A lot of people are saying that she's up there and doing really great. So, what's Don do again now? Hey,
he stages.
Let's stage this. That way,
yeah,
we get all the talk off of how poorly I did.
Yeah.
Against Kamala.
I saw. Maybe. It's so funny because I've talked to probably 20 different people. Just they brought it up or whatever. And I get varying viewpoints. Like, oh, Trump was, he did better. Kamala did better. CNN's own poll shows that Trump beat Kamala, which is funny in itself. I don't know. It's just people from all over the place is like, oh, no way. They, the opposing one did way better.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, I didn't watch it.
Yeah, I didn't watch it either. But of course, it's going to be like that. But one of the biggest things I got out of it was that she triggered him pretty good.
Yeah.
And, you know, just the way he is.
Right.
And it's not a good look. So at the end of the day, they're like, well, she was able to trigger him really good. He acted like an idiot. You know, stuff like that. So, and now they don't want to debate again. But it'd be like in her best interest to do it again because she could just trigger him that fast. He just gets pissed off at the shit she says.
Yeah.
And then turns into like normal Trump.
Mm-hmm.
Starts talking
Dude,
about,
it's so funny. It's like a UFC fighter that is just dominating everything. And then the one person figures out how to, like their weakness.
Yeah.
And then everyone just knows how to do it now.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, the playbook has been unveiled. So hopefully he can figure life out there.
Yeah. I mean, it's coming close. But the conspiracy theory was that you know, put that negative press aside with this bigger story. So you kill a story with the story.
Right.
And all of a sudden people are like, oh, no. But you guys said you haven't really heard much about it. I didn't even really know it happened, actually.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I don't know how I found out about it, but
yeah. I think I just saw a couple things saying that he was shot at again. And I'm like, damn, he got shot at again?
Yeah.
But no, he didn't.
He didn't technically, no.
But I don't know. I don't know who's running his shit. I don't know if they're doing the greatest job.
Yeah, I have no idea. I just try to like, in my mind, I'm like, people are so, they're either for the candidate, and anyone who's not in that camp already, who's, we'll call it undecided, it just seems like give it up into the last 2 weeks of the election, nothing matters.
Mm-hmm. I just think that Kamala's come out with like way more personality than she's ever had, obviously. Mm-hmm. And like people are liking her, and that's a problem.
Right.
You know, because
and that's a problem.
Well,
unless you're voting for her.
Yeah.
Because
but my problem is she hasn't come out with any policies.
That's what I'm saying. So
I'm like, fuck,
she's likable.
She needs to start talking, because the sad reality is the people that say I'm going to vote for Trump because of who he is, or Kamala because of who she is. I'm like, we need some fucking policies out here, so we know what we're getting into. Trump, we know what we're getting into already. Yeah. Like, okay, he's probably going to, fucking deregulate some shit for gasoline, easier, purchasing of gasoline. The pipeline from Alaska, he'll probably be hot on that shit again. Gas prices probably go down. A number of other things, but Kamala hasn't said. The only thing she said, I want price controls on food, and I don't know that that's ever been walked back or not, but that's it. And have you heard anything else?
Yeah, there's been a few things, but I know what you're saying.
I think she's wanted less tax breaks for billionaires and stuff too.
And more for like the child.
I hate that shit. That's all.
That's part of her issue, is that she's not committing to anything she's actually going to do.
Right. It's almost like she's just like putting labels out there to see how people are reacting. She's like watching the comments of everything that's happening and then trying to react to it. It's like, those are not the people. Half those people aren't even going to vote.
No.
But I think the sad thing is, like, the people that are undecided, and they're going to go, like, for what I'm saying, they're like, this guy's an asshole. He's an idiot. And this lady's actually pretty nice and pretty cool. Yeah. We're going to vote for her. Even though none of them are really putting out anything. Like you said, we know what we're going to get with Trump, which is cool. And with her, we don't know anything. We could just assume because she's part of the party that is in office right now, right? So we kind of assume.
Yeah, well, the new vice president is like a huge socialist, so.
Which one?
He ain't going to do shit.
Which guy? That guy. Okay. Yeah.
But,
it's like, you go for the evil you do know or the evil you don't know?
But you're going to go for... I think the more likable person, and right now that's Kamala.
Yeah, I think it depends on just how people usually vote. If they vote with their brain, or if they vote with their heart, or if they, what they base it on.
I think with the heart, because that's more like, I don't know, fear. People are like, do stuff out of fear. Yeah. So, and that's the thing too. Like, we could have the worst president. You could say that about Joe, and people will say he's the greatest, because at the same time, they probably didn't go through much when he was in office. Right. When Trump was in office, we had the whole George Floyd thing, the Capitol thing, all this stuff. Like, a lot of stuff. It was a lot of, non-unity, and him kind of being on this side and everything. People were scared. And then COVID happened too, and people were scared. Mm-hmm. And I think when you're scared, you want that. And with
You
Joe,
make an emotional reaction.
nothing's
more.
happened.
Yeah.
You know, you could say like everything's just been fine since Joe's been in office. So people are like, oh, okay, I feel good with that.
Right.
Even though maybe he didn't do the greatest job, you know? And I think that might be like the normal people. Not everyone's on Twitter. Not everyone's online and just watching things. So the people just want to be happy and not scared. And I think with Trump, people kind of get scared because he's an idiot sometimes, you know? I don't know.
Depends on what you're scared of.
Yeah.
Depends what news source you're watching too.
Yeah. So who knows? But that was interesting. Let's try not to. I mean, you guys had your chance. He was president for 4 years. No one capped him. Like, stop trying to do that now.
Yeah.
Like, stop it. You know?
True. Yeah.
Also, he needs to, it kind of seemed more like an inside job. Like how's a guy on the golf course? I don't know if it was his golf course.
I think it was one
was
of
at
Trump's.
Mar-a-Lago, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Was it?
Yeah.
So, how's the Secret Service not know that there's a guy on the sixth hole?
Well, I mean,
or
let's
seventh
not talk
hole?
about the Secret Service at this
But
point.
that's what I'm saying. He needs to get his own personal security and kick those guys out.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what are they, like, what kind of radius are they checking while he's there? Like, are they cruising the whole golf course? What are they doing?
So I could just basically walk on and just play a hole.
Maybe.
Something, I don't know.
Because that guy's just on there with a gun.
Sure.
You know?
Go try it.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the details were. I thought he was just sitting in his van or some shit. But
I think they caught him
No,
on
he
the
was
hole.
he was
did they?
in some bushes.
Yeah.
That's like the one bit I
'cause they
actually
apprehended
read.
him driving. So he was driving
Maybe,
away either
yeah.
on the highway or something before they caught up with him. So,
Yeah. But he camped out all night.
Yeah. 12 hours or so.
Yeah. It's like, dude.
He's just waiting for Trump to tee off.
And that's what RFK, he has his own because they won't give him Secret Service.
Yeah.
But he's probably better off. Knowing the situation now, he's probably better off not getting Secret Service. But I don't know if he's that rich like Trump.
Right.
Where Trump can
RFK?
just, yeah. Where Trump could
I mean,
just
they're
afford.
wealthy, but yeah.
So I think maybe Trump should just get his own security instead of Secret Service. They're going to end up capping him.
Yeah.
Or just have both. I'm surprised he hasn't, like,
That would be like a
Just have
conflict,
both.
though. I think Secret Service would be like, oh, we're,
probably.
if he had like his own detail there.
Mm-hmm.
So you would have to have one or the other, I think.
Yeah. Might get complicated, but egos.
I've seen plenty of movies where they, there's good companies you can get.
Oh, yeah.
We should start one. Get your
Okay.
husband in there,
All right.
some of his buddies.
Get some military contractors in there.
Mm-hmm. And they
Big
might
money.
just blast people. Like they just show up to the bushes and start shooting, like no questions, because they're not the Secret Service. They're just like,
Well, there's still laws you have to
Well,
abide.
Like, no, I'm secret detail. I'm good, guys.
yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, he's gone.
I've seen
Don't worry.
movies.
Just
Megan.
leave him in the
They
basement.
can do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen. So yeah, that's what he needs. Needs to get, stop getting shot at or attempted.
Holy shit.
Yeah. What else you guys got for me? I got one last story for Dave. What you got? You got notes, Megan.
I got notes.
What you got, Meg?
Well, I have a little PSA.
Uh-oh.
Oh, great.
So next month is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And 3 years ago, I actually had an abnormal mammogram because I was screened early due to family history. So a couple weeks ago, I had my last and final one. That was fine. No changes the whole time. So now I'm just cruising, getting regular annual screenings. So I just want to tell people, just go do it. Women, I should say. Tell women, just go do it because it's not hard. It doesn't hurt. I've heard people say like, oh, it's painful. And it's not at all. Like it hurt my ribs a little bit on the side because the machine kind of has like a corner that like jams into your ribs a little bit. That's it. It's easy. So just go do it. So your insurance will start covering screenings at 40 years old at 100%. No copay.
Oh, 4 years old?
40.
I'm sorry.
Then if you have a family history, it'll start at 35 or 30. Oh, shoot. I think it starts at 30. Check with your insurance. But anyway, I just want to remind everybody of that and just go do it.
Go get
And
those mammies done.
Yeah, it's pretty important. It
Check your
is.
tits.
Lost of grandma.
Cheers
Lost of
to
grandma
Megan
that.
for coming clean.
Cheers.
I'm clean
Yeah.
with my coconut water. Yeah, so that was a big weight lifted off my shoulders.
I bet.
So it's just stressful having to deal with that, and every time because I had to go every 6 months.
Oh, really?
And yeah, so it was
And
just
got
like
a mammogram?
yeah, a diagnostic. So only on one side.
Oh.
So it's just, the anticipation, and then you're sitting there, and then luckily they give you the results when you're there. So you just wait in a special room for the radiologist to come in. They are always very nice because they're in the mammo centers all day. So that's all they're doing is mammogram. So you like this last time the guy came in and he didn't even say hi or anything at first. He just went, everything looks fine. I'm like, okay. And then he went into his whole spiel. So yeah, they do a really good job. But
So I don't know anything about this
yeah,
at all.
yeah.
So I could be ignorant, but my mom did tell me she goes to like a holistic doctor, So that's all like natural stuff for those people that don't know, Insurance doesn't really cover that stuff.
Yeah.
But she goes and she had some like cancer stuff back in the day. But she told me that he told her stuff about like mammograms are actually bad for you. Because they could possibly give you cancer because you're getting a lot of radiation.
Oh yeah, it's like kind of similar to X-ray, I suppose.
Yeah. So just
It's just an X-ray. It is such a minute amount. You're gonna be fine. Okay. Like
right. Just check it.
It's people will say that, but those people are more the people who are just like radiation is so bad, like just in general. So if you like science wise, if you break it down, it's not going to do anything to you in the long run unless you're going, I'm going to say maybe every month or something crazy for years. Like it would take a lot. So doing them once a year or having a few diagnostic ones is not going to hurt you. You're going to be fine.
And a woman with no history or anything like that, they should get it done once a year, or is it a few times?
It's annually.
Okay.
After 40, it's annually. And then otherwise before that, you should be doing like your gynecologist or yourself be doing a self breast exam every year.
Grabbing them and feeling.
Exactly. And then obviously if you notice any changes or stuff that's not normal going on, just call your doctor, go to any doctor. It doesn't have to be a gynecologist. Any doctor can handle it. So
come here. I know what I'm doing.
Or that. Just schedule an appointment.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Meg. Anything on a prostate?
I don't know too much about prostates.
Probably similar for men.
Probably. When's that start? Maybe 40?
Yeah, 40, I think.
I don't know about that because I'm 40 and I went to the doctor and she didn't say anything.
She didn't stick a finger up there, nothing?
Nah, I was hoping she did.
Well, maybe 45. Maybe you'll be in luck at that point.
I picked a female doctor.
Bring your own KY from P. Diddy for that one.
Yeah.
Baby oil, Johnson & Johnson.
Sure, that
Let's
one will
get
work.
the companies correct, okay?
Yeah. Well, KY, Johnson & Johnson, they don't make baby oil. They do the lube.
True.
Very good.
What else you got on your notepad? That was it?
Oh, no, I got a whole thing. Let's see.
She comes prepared.
So, I wanted to talk about one of my favorite TV shows ended after
Friends?
20-something years.
The
No.
Sopranos?
No.
What?
The Grand Tour.
Never heard of it.
Yeah.
So, do you remember? People probably don't know this about me, but I really like car shows, but particularly like these three guys from the UK that started Top Gear in the UK back in 2002. So they started there. They had quite a few years doing that until like 2015, and then one of the guys got fired from the BBC for punching a producer during a fight. And so then the other two hosts left as well. They were like, well, we're not re-upping our contract then with you either. Goodbye. And then that same year, Amazon approached them. They were like, hey, we're going to do a similar car series if you guys want to join us. And they were like, absolutely. So then that's when they started the Grand Tour with Amazon. And then that just ended. They're getting old. They have other projects. So I guess they're
very heartfelt.
done. Yeah. I cried during the last episode. I'm not going to
This is like a very unknown show. So,
But it's
a popular show.
I think I actually heard of it.
Yeah, like there's a US version of Top Gear. It's shit. Don't watch it. I mean, go ahead if you like it, but it's terrible. I only like that show then because of the guys, the British guys that do it. So I love them.
So it's a reality show.
No, it's not a reality show. It's like they review cars. They go on like adventures.
Well, that's
what
I meant though. It's like real stuff.
Yeah,
yeah, not scripted.
No, I mean they have segments that they're going to do certain things,
like
but it's not scripted. Yeah, kind of like that. They do different tests with cars and all sorts of crazy antics and fun stuff.
You like this because they're British or because you like cars that much?
Well, definitely, but a little bit of both. But
okay.
I mean, I'm not like a crazy car person, but
so more of the British, less of the cars.
Yeah, well, it's just them. Like their personalities, they're really good at their job. They're all like journalists, and they're really well spoken, and they're really funny.
Some might describe this podcast just like that.
Oh, I'm sure.
Just like that.
Yeah.
British productions usually don't cut it for me.
See,
anytime I see them, I'm like, God, this seems hokey or something.
It just depends. I'm really partial to a lot of British stuff.
But it's on Amazon?
Yes. So you can find the Grand Tour on Amazon. Old episodes of Top Gear, I don't know. Those are probably on Amazon or Hulu or something. But it's a great show.
Hey, drop a comment if you like the Grand Tour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you're sad as well.
So, yeah, that's it. I was just sad about my show ending.
That sucks, Megan. I know. Do you watch any car stuff on YouTube?
Just a lot of stuff that they're still involved with that they might do a little bit on the side. I'll watch. Like one of the guys just went to Jay Leno's garage and then, they just got real nerdy and all the old
Didn't
car
Jay get
stuff.
burnt up?
He did. Yeah.
Not that long ago, right?
Yeah. I think he's okay now, but
okay.
it was pretty bad. But, yeah, he has like, for anybody who doesn't know, he has an insane car collection and classic cars, rare cars, like one-of-a-kind cars. It's crazy. So I don't even know how many he has. At least he has hundreds of cars.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Lucky.
Mm-hmm.
David,
Sir?
Tennessee Volunteers, the Longhorns, have informed their football season ticket holders that they will be increasing the price for tickets for, the season at a minimum of 10% to cover talent fee in 2025. And they're saying that's to help pay the players.
Oh.
Help pay some players. I don't know how that works because the NIL is one thing, right? But I don't think all players get paid, only the ones that get picked for that.
Right. Well, NIL's been a thing for a while now.
Yeah.
But I think new to this year is they can actually pay the players.
Okay, so that's what they're saying there. And they want to be the leader in revenue sharing.
Oh, the Texas Longhorns?
The Texas
They got a
Longhorns.
pretty good program. They're
I'll tell you what, though, I ain't going.
No?
I ain't paying.
You'll show them.
Not for an extra 10%?
I'd rather go watch NFL.
Yeah. Well, college sports has like this aura about it. The people are super pumped.
It's a
Players
different
are
vibe.
super pumped. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Megan, did you go to college, UNR?
For 6 months.
Oh. Well, so I don't know if you would know this, but I had this question because I kind of follow up on the Colorado Buffaloes because Coach Prime's there and they got some really good players and stuff. I watch their videos that some of the kids put out, like Travis Hunter, and they're just amazing quality stuff. But dude, those stadiums get packed.
Yeah, yeah.
It's nuts, man.
And so
more packed than a ton of NFL games.
Yeah,
for
like
sure.
60, 80,000 people in there.
But that one's so the reason I thought of it was because a lot of people want to go to those games because it's kind of like a celebrity thing. Like they have like rappers in the locker room just rapping to the players after the game and stuff like that. So there probably is not enough tickets to go around, especially for that team. Everyone wants to be there. Do school students have free pick of tickets beforehand, or
I don't know.
cheaper tickets, or
I think they might get a small discount on the tickets.
So I remember like UNR, there's or any college, there's like a student section, and I think the student tickets go on sale differently than the regular general admission tickets.
Yeah,
they're usually cheaper, but they're definitely not free, and there's only still a limited amount. So
okay.
Yeah.
So basically the whole school wants to go. That's not a
Probably not. They'd probably just go out to tailgate and then have to watch it from a phone or something.
Yeah, I didn't even think about the student section.
Mm-hmm.
So when you're buying a ticket, discounted ticket as a student there, that's where you're going.
Yeah.
And then if you can't get in there, then you buy a general admission ticket that's going to cost you a shitload.
Mm-hmm, unless it sells out.
Whatever that is, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't even know.
So these student sections must be big.
Maybe.
They have to be.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't know. I mean, yeah, the whole aura, like you guys are talking about, just filling up those stadiums. That must be. I've never been. Me and you went to a UNR game. And that one sucked.
Which one we go to?
I don't know.
Was it a football game?
Yeah, like 2 years ago, we went to one.
Yeah,
I think they're fun. I go to I don't know.
Was it super cold?
Kind of.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that
That sucks.
But that's what I'm saying. We're definitely not a Texas Longhorn or.
No, it's more in the South because in the South, college football is a whole different thing. It's so big.
But even like California, you go to USC games and UCLA.
Yeah.
So I've never been to anything like that. So I could just imagine just how cool it is.
Yeah,
but at the same time, like going once, I'd probably be like, yeah, that was fun. That was a cool experience. But now if I have to pick volunteers or going to like a Raider game, I'm probably picking the Raider game.
Right.
Or just whatever team your team is.
Yeah.
You know.
It would be fun to experience a college football game though, like that, and like in the South where it's like giant, at least once.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But once you do it,
yeah,
you know. So I don't know if this whole like paying, you know, that said minimum of 10% extra,
right?
You know, so I don't know what the season tickets are.
Well, if it's $40 a ticket, it's $4 extra. It's not terrible.
Maybe $40.
400,
huh?
What if it's 400?
Yeah, it ain't no 40
for
bucks.
a single ticket.
Yeah.
Gonna
be 40.
It ain't gonna be $40, dude.
Well, you know,
the UNR game maybe.
yeah. So $120 a ticket.
Yeah,
that's an extra $12.
And you got season tickets.
Yeah.
Minimum.
Yeah.
So I thought that was interesting. I didn't know they did that though. That now all players can get paid.
Yeah.
I wonder how that works.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's a good time to be alive to be a college kid, huh?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You got nil. You got you know, because back in the day it was just like they would try to get you perks. You know.
Yeah.
Cars and shit.
Car for your mom.
Yeah.
But so. One of the videos I watched on YouTube, it's like, I forget what it's called, but it's a series where they go to certain colleges and they kind of show the facility, and these two happen to show I don't even remember one of them. One of them was Colorado, but the other one was a huge school. I want to say Alabama.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
But they showed the nutrition system, and it was amazing and just crazy. And I was like, dude, this is what I try to tell my kids all the time. I don't care what you guys do. I like sports. Like if you want to play football and you can make it to a cool college, awesome. And you never make it pro, that's fine. Mm-hmm. Not everyone makes it, but just that experience, dude. So like Alabama, I'm pretty sure it was. They have like a 2-floor building, and the upper floor is just for football players. Because they're like bigger, they got bigger tables, bigger chairs, like stuff like that.
It's like for giants. You just walk in.
So they have like the nutrition just down for them, and then downstairs they called it for all the Olympic type athletes, track and field, all those type of guys. And then Colorado is the same, but in the Colorado one, they had a soccer player girl that was talking, doing an interview, and they also had this track kid, and it's like just normal, tall, skinny white kid. And he's probably just so pumped to be there. Mm-hmm. And, you know, they don't have the 2-floor one, but he's there with like Deion Sanders' kid, just eating lunch.
Just chilling.
That'd be so fun.
Just go there, and they have apps where they track their whole nutrition for certain players. Certain football players need to like lean down a little bit, lose some weight. Some of them need to bulk up. Some of them just need to stay there and just have that fuel.
Right.
So they have all these profiles for all the players. You go in there and you put what you made or what you ate today, and it tells you all the macros, everything.
Yeah. And
then you can be in class and just order your food and show up, and your food's already done. And it's incredible.
So nice.
Jeez.
You know, just like all the stuff for these colleges, and like you're talking about in the South, the bigger colleges, the probably better programs they have. Like you and I probably don't have a good program. They probably get like Kellogg's,
Yeah.
Who knows? It's nothing like that money going into that Alabama program. So
Right.
Yeah, no way.
yeah.
So I was very impressed by that whole everything that I saw, and I was like, dude, it's just so cool, that whole atmosphere.
It is pretty cool. Yeah, you see like I think the one I've seen the most is probably like Oregon State.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, their weight room. I'm just like, oh my god, that looks so awesome.
But just imagine, and for Oregon, I'm sure they have like the weight room just for the football players.
Oh yeah,
but they probably have another one. Just imagine just being the cross country kid, because your kid does cross country.
right.
Just get a scholarship to go there, and you got this whole just crazy facility that you can work out in. And then later, Deion Sanders was saying like one of the most important things is the food, and they were even saying that once he got there, everything changed. And he's like, when kids come to this school and we talk to their parents, one of the most important things is like, hey, look at what your kid's going to be eating. Your kid's going to be set. Don't even worry about that.
That would be nice as a parent knowing that.
Yeah. Because I guess Colorado, before Deion was there, I think they would get like maybe dinner or like lunch or something. But then now, since he's there, it's open 24/7. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks, everything.
Is that all? It's probably not included in the tuition. It's probably like a separate thing they pay for.
Probably
God,
included
probably
on any kind of scholarship they're giving.
Yeah.
For football and shit. Yeah.
Get a food scholarship. Like your food's paid for the whole year.
But like it's like
ribeye.
Yeah, it's like, Michelin style. I know the Alabama one, they would do ones where it's funny if they were going to go play like a team, or in Florida, they barbecued a gator. And they're like, none of these kids, like half these kids would probably never eat gator.
Yeah.
But they do it like kind of, it's poking fun. Like this weekend we're going to play Florida. So
we're going to go barbecue the gators.
Yeah. So they do that.
Have you ate that before?
No.
Oh, I have. It's good.
Yeah.
Tastes like chicken.
Yeah, it's good.
Similar. It's got a little bit tougher texture, but it's white meat too, which kind of threw me for a loop.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
And then they had like tomahawk steaks, just everything. And then during the day they'll put like a grilled cheese bar, so you can go there and just do your own grilled cheese, soups, everything. It's like these kids just have it made, and that's like awesome.
Yeah,
that's why, like I'm saying, I tell my kids, I'm like, if you guys could get half that would be awesome. Just go to a school and you guys are just covered. Taking that experience, and even if you never made it into any professional or whatever, you just went. That's like half the kids that go to those colleges, right? They never make it into the pros,
right?
But they like lived that. Be like, dude, when I was in college, so that's cool.
College was interesting.
Yeah. So I think that's all I got. I couldn't believe it though. I ain't paying extra to go watch those kids though, unless my kids are playing.
You'll show them.
I'll show them. Try it. What your daughter grows up, becomes a gymnast.
Okay.
What school would you like her to go to?
One that I don't have to pay for.
Well, yeah, but there's not one that you were like,
no, I don't really care, as long as selfishly I would like one that's not far. But
I think
whatever she wants to do.
So, I've said this many times on the podcast when we talk about sports, but we live in an area where we don't have a professional team. Till now we have the Las Vegas Raiders, which is also 7 hours away from us.
Yeah, which basically should be a different state.
Yeah. So, a lot of people actually around here are 49er fans. That's only 4 hours away from San Francisco. So I think people go like that, but at the same time, college, that's how people do it too. Like, you got to go to that college there because it's a huge college or whatever. Or maybe your parents went to UCLA, so they want you to go to UCLA and stuff. But we kind of don't have none of that stuff. So we're not diehards or anything. So I'm just wondering which college. For gymnastics, I don't know. I would say like LSU. They got that Livy Dunn chick.
Yeah, any of the big ones. Like, I know, like I've heard Oklahoma has a good program.
Yeah, that's another thing.
I don't know, but
like, you wouldn't go to Alabama for soccer.
I don't know. Would you?
Where would you go for soccer?
Yeah,
I think like Wake Forest. I've always heard them being a good college school. Like somewhere.
It all
St.
depends.
Diego,
yeah, like
USC.
each sport is different for every school, but
I know UCLA has came out with a lot of female soccer players.
Oh, really?
So somewhere in California like that. But yeah, you wouldn't go to maybe Notre Dame, but you wouldn't go to a football school for soccer because you probably
Right.
Get all the crumbs.
Right. Yeah. Because the soccer program would be, the football program would be getting everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I don't know.
Or on sports.
Mm-hmm.
The family of the original Redskins logo.
Yeah.
They went to the Commanders.
Yeah.
So the original logo was a guy's head. It was like his picture profile.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the families come out and said that they want his image back on the helmets. I don't know if they had anything to do originally with him being taken off or the name change
Probably
at all.
not.
I think it was more
It
like
kind of seemed like people were just kind of grasping on anything they could to make it woke and be like,
It's
we
the
got to
white
change
people.
the name.
It's the white people.
Yeah, I'm almost convinced of it. So the family's like, hey, his name was Thomas Whitecalf, a relative. That wasn't his name, but that he's a relative. But anyway, the family wasn't consulted prior to the removal of that logo, so they rebranded and changed it to the Commanders. Took his face off it. Blackfeet Nation Chief John Two Guns Whitecalf.
yes.
That's a cool name.
Hell yeah.
So just while we're in the football area, I always make a joke that the only mascots that are going to be left are the Quakers.
Probably. They're going to change it to the Crackers.
No, that's why they have a lot of animal names.
Yeah.
So no one can get mad.
Yeah. The Falcons.
Yeah.
They just smoked the Eagles, just by the way.
They did, yeah.
Not
I don't know,
smoke them,
spoke them, but yeah, they won.
Yeah, that was good. I liked it. That's crazy. Yeah. They probably were pumped that the dude's face or profile was on as
I mean, that's pretty
Yeah.
cool.
the face of a team.
Yeah.
And yeah, they changed it to the Commanders, which are in first place in that division. Just letting you guys know.
They're like 2-0.
Yeah,
Wow.
which is good for them.
Yeah.
Since they changed it to the Commanders.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, that's
A lot of people hate on that name too, though. Commanders. Why?
I kind of like the name, but the whole logo and everything I don't like.
Oh, okay.
The Commanders is cool though.
I've heard people are like, "Oh,
I don't
that's so
mind it.
stupid." Like their name sucks. I'm like, what's wrong with the Commanders? I don't know.
There's other
I mean,
stuff
I
to
think
not
the
like.
Redskins are cooler, but
Yeah,
I like that.
but it's Washington. It's Washington D.C.
Yeah.
The commander in chief lives there.
Right.
Right.
Oh yeah, true. That
So
kind of makes sense.
it's Washington
I didn't even
Commanders.
think of that.
So I think it's fine. I think the name's cool. Even if it was like they just started a new franchise somewhere and that new franchise was called the Commanders, everyone would be like, "Oh, that's a dope name."
Yeah.
But since they changed it from the Redskins, I think
Okay, cool. So it's not.
Yeah,
I'm just like, I don't. Why is that?
I think it's cool.
I like that they had to rebrand, but
Their whole branding sucks.
yeah,
The whole Commander thing sucks. Like what it looks like and everything. The whole what they had back then was dope.
yeah.
But I don't know. People ruin it for us.
Oh yeah. People ruin everything.
But we also make cool stuff.
Say what?
What?
I said, but we also make cool stuff too.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, true.
Like the Atlanta Falcons.
Oh my gosh.
Well, thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure you like, subscribe. If you're listening to this on Apple, on your iPhone, because you're so cool, take your iPhone, go on the podcast section, leave us a rating, comment.
Question.
Top right corner, the plus sign.
See, just
Subscribe.
like that. It's not that hard, people.
No.
You guys are on your iPhones already,
Minimal effort that you owe to your friends. Come on.
and we are
Thanks.
friends.
Yeah.
If you're listening on Spotify, you could do the same on any phone,
That'd be swell.
on the computer.
You can like the video on YouTube.
Yes, on
That's a big
YouTube.
deal too, right?
Send
That
us
counts?
questions.
Yeah.
Oh, question.
We
wanna
should
hear
do
about.
another a question episode. Those are always fun.
Yeah.
We'll do that next week
All right.
or whenever you can come back.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't
Next
know what
week I
I'm doing
actually
next
got
week.
someone, I think. Yeah, he has,
Someone more important.
yeah.
Oh, geez.
Get out of here, both of you. But yeah, so we'll see what happens. But make sure you do all that stuff. Thank you guys for tuning in. This is Megan. We got Hater Dave in the studio.
See ya.
Bye.